Imagine being hunted by an empire. In 1885, nearly a quarter of the entire United States Army was deployed for one mission: not to fight a foreign power, not to defend Washington, but to capture one man. His name was Geronimo. He had no formal army, no supply lines, no telegraph, only a handful of warriors and an unbreakable will. For decades, he moved through the deserts of Arizona and northern Mexico like a shadow. To the U.S. government, he was a threat. To his people, he was survival. To his enemies, he was a ghost. Before he became a legend, he was Goyakla. It meant one who yawns. He was born around 1829 into the Bedonkohe band of the Apache. His world was not made of borders and treaties. It was made of rivers, mountains, and ancestral land. He learned to hunt in harsh desert terrain. He learned endurance before he learned fear. He married a woman named Alopa. They had children, and for a time, life was peaceful. But peace on the frontier never lasted long. In 1851, while Goyakla was away trading, Mexican soldiers attacked his camp. When he returned, his mother was dead. His wife was dead. His children were dead. The camp was burned. The bodies were left in the dirt. Something broke inside him that day. He burned his family's belongings in mourning. Then he walked alone into the mountains. Later, he would say a voice promised him protection. Whether that voice was spiritual or the birth of a hardened mind. From that moment forward, Goyakla was gone. Geronimo was born. During raids against Mexican forces, Geronimo fought with terrifying boldness. He charged directly into gunfire. He moved unpredictably, fast, zigzagging, relentless. Mexican soldiers reportedly cried out to St. Jerome for protection. Geronimo, the name followed him. To some it meant terror, to others it meant resistance. Names given by enemies sometimes become legends. Eventually, the U.S. government forced the Apache onto reservations. San Carlos was dry, hot, unforgiving. Disease spread quickly. Food was scarce. For a people built for freedom of movement, confinement felt like suffocation. Geronimo escaped more than once. Each time, he returned to the mountains. Each time, the army followed. The pursuit became obsession. By 1885, Geronimo was on his final escape. He had fewer than 40 warriors. Women and children traveled with them. Against them stood thousands of U.S. and Mexican troops. It was one of the largest manhunts in American history. He moved up to 70 miles a day through desert heat that killed horses. He knew every water source, every hidden canyon, every shadow. The army had numbers. Geronimo had terrain and belief. In September 1886, exhausted and outnumbered, Geronimo surrendered to General Nelson Miles. Not because he was captured, but because his people were breaking. He was promised temporary exile. He would never return home. Instead, he and his people were sent to Florida, then Alabama, then Fort Sill, Oklahoma. They were prisoners of war for the rest of his life. The same government that hunted him now displayed him. Geronimo appeared at fairs, sold autographs, rode in President Theodore Roosevelt's inaugural parade. But when he asked to return to Arizona, he was refused. In 1909, after falling from his horse and lying in the cold overnight, he died of pneumonia. He was buried far from the mountains he loved, yet his name survived. Even today, paratroopers shout Geronimo as they leap into the sky, a warrior's name echoing long after the war ended. Empires rise, empires fall, but names like Geronimo never die. If you want more untold American history, subscribe.